Forget everything you think you know about making money online. You don't need to code, you don't need a huge budget, and you don't need years of experience. I made my first $1,000 online, and the only thing I used was a few simple AI tools. A little over a year ago, I was completely stuck. I had a dead-end day job and was convinced that making real money online was a myth, reserved for tech geniuses or people who just got lucky. I'd scrolled through endless videos promising financial freedom, but it all just felt like noise. Then, I stumbled onto a new kind of digital gold rush, one powered entirely by artificial intelligence. And in this gold rush, you don't need a pickaxe and a map, you just need a laptop and the curiosity to learn. In this video, I'm not just gonna give you a list of vague ideas, I'm giving you the no BS guide to the exact freelancing business I started, and the simple, 4-step process I used to earn my first $1,000 after quitting my 9-to-5, and I'll show you how you can get started today, even with zero technical skills. Section 1. The relatable struggle and the problem. Let's be real, the whole idea of making money online is drowning in hype. For years, I bought into all of it. I tried dropshipping, affiliate marketing, social media management, you name it. I probably watched a webinar about it. Every single time, I'd get fired up, spend weeks learning, and then slam into a wall. The market was always oversaturated. The low startup costs were never actually low, or the learning curve was just way too steep for someone already exhausted from a full-time job. My day job wasn't awful, but it was the quiet kind of soul-crushing, the kind where you live for Friday. I was just trading my hours for a paycheck that barely paid the bills and left zero room for my actual ambitions. I knew there had to be a better way, but the online world felt like some exclusive club I wasn't cool enough to get into. The gurus make it look so easy, don't they? But their advice always leaves out the most important stuff, conveniently tucked away behind a $1,000 course. I felt completely trapped. I was caught between the safety of a steady but boring job and the scary, seemingly impossible world of online income. I don't have a computer science degree, I didn't have a trust fund to burn through, and I definitely didn't have the energy to build a complex business from scratch after a long day at the office. I was honestly about to give up and just accept my fate as a corporate drone for life. Section 2. The AI Discovery, a New Gold Rush. And that's when it all clicked. I started hearing people talk about AI, not as some sci-fi robot takeover, but as a practical tool that regular people were actually using. We're in the middle of an absolute explosion in the AI market. In 2024 alone, the market was valued at over $279 billion, and it's projected to skyrocket to over $1.8 trillion by 2030. This isn't just another trend, it's a massive shift in how work gets done. I realized that businesses, from the local coffee shop to massive corporations, were desperate to use AI, but had absolutely no idea how. They don't have the time or the people to learn all these new tools, and that was the light bulb moment. The real opportunity wasn't in building the AI, but in being the person who could use the AI for them. This was the digital gold rush I had been looking for. All the barriers that stopped me before, they just disappeared. You don't have to be a coder anymore. You don't need a huge budget. Many of the best AI tools have free versions or cheap plans that cost less than a few cups of coffee a month. This wasn't like dropshipping, where I'd have to stress about inventory and shipping from China. It wasn't like trying to build a software company from nothing. This was a service business. I could use AI tools that already existed to offer high-value services that businesses were more than willing to pay for. This was my way in. It was real, it was cheap, and it was something I could start right away. Section 3. The $1,000 Blueprint, a step-by-step guide. Okay, this is the part you're really here for. I'm breaking down the exact 4 steps I took to get from zero to my first $1,000. No fluff, no gatekeeping. Step 1. The service I chose, AI-powered content creation. So, what service did I actually sell? Artificial intelligence-powered content creation. Why? Because content is the engine of the internet, and the demand for it is literally endless. Every single business needs blog posts, social media updates, video scripts, and emails to reach their customers. The problem for them is that creating great content consistently is super time consuming and expensive. A talented human writer costs a fortune, and a cheap one usually gives you garbage. I slid right into that perfect middle spot, a service that uses AI to create high-quality content fast and affordably with a human touch to make sure it was perfect. I even niched down further. Instead of just saying, I write content, I focused on creating blog post packages for small service-based businesses, think plumbers, real estate agents, and local consultants. These people know they need a blog, but they're way too busy running their actual business to write one. Niching down like this made it so much easier to find my first clients. Step 2. My AI stack, the tools of the trade. You don't need a million complicated tools. I started with just 3. My workhorse was ChatGPT. I paid for GPT-4 because its writing and reasoning are just on another level. This was my idea generator, my outliner, and my first draft writer. The secret here is learning how to write good prompts. Don't just say, write a blog post about plumbing. You have to be the director. I'd give it a target audience, a witty tone of voice, keywords to include, and a specific structure. Prompting is a skill, but it's one you can get good at just by messing around with it. Next, I used Grammarly to polish everything. This step is non-negotiable. AI can still sound a little robotic or make weird grammar mistakes. Grammarly was my humanizer, catching errors and making sure everything was smooth and readable. Finally, for creating simple graphics for the blog and social media, I used Canva's AI tools. Their magic design feature is wild. You can type in a simple prompt and it spits out professional-looking designs. It saved me hours. That was it. That was my whole tech stack. No code, no complicated software, just a few websites that cost me less than a fancy dinner out each month. Step 3. Finding my first clients, the outreach plan. This is where people freeze up, but it's easier than you think. I attacked this from 2 angles. First, I jumped on Upwork. Freelance sites like Upwork and Fiverr are crawling with people who are actively looking for the exact service I was selling. To build a portfolio, I just created 3 awesome sample blog posts for fake businesses in my niche. This showed people I could actually do the work. In my proposals, I was super specific. I didn't say, I'm a writer. I said, I specialize in creating SEO-optimized blog content for local service businesses, using AI to deliver high-quality articles in half the time. I can deliver a package of 4 blog posts for $200. Confidence and clarity are everything. Second, I did cold outreach. I made a list of 50 local businesses in my niche whose websites had a blog that hadn't been touched in years. Then, I sent them a short, personal email. It went something like this. Hey, I was checking out your website and saw you haven't updated your blog in a while. I run a content service that helps businesses like yours get more customers with SEO-friendly articles. As a little intro offer, I could write your first 1,000-word blog post for just $50. Open to a quick chat? That low-cost, no-risk offer was my secret weapon. It got my foot in the door and let me prove I was worth it. My very first client came from one of those emails. They loved the post and signed up for a monthly package on the spot. First, step 4, delivering the work and adding human value. Once a client said yes, the process was simple. I'd use my AI stack to generate the draft, but, and this is the most important part of the whole video, I never, ever just sent the raw AI output. Think of the AI as your super smart intern, not the CEO. My real value, the thing people paid for, was the final 20% of the work. I would fact check everything, tweak the tone to perfectly match the client's brand, add my own stories or industry insights, and optimize it all for search engines. This human touch is what separates a cheap, crappy AI service from a premium one. It's how you charge more and get clients who stick around. I delivered the final article in a simple Google Doc and sent an invoice with PayPal. The whole process was smooth, professional, and easy to do over and over again. That first $1,000 came from 3 clients, 1 monthly retainer from a cold email, and 2 project packages from Upwork. The results and the proof. Seeing that first $1,000 hit my bank account I'll never forget that feeling. It was so much more than money. It was proof. It was the universe telling me that I could actually do this, that leaving my day job wasn't some crazy fantasy, but a real, tangible goal. This wasn't a get-rich-quick scheme. It was work. I had to learn, I had to be brave and contact strangers, and I had to face a little rejection. But it all happened within the first 2 months. I went from feeling hopelessly stuck to being a business owner. A small one, sure, but a real one. And that initial success gave me the confidence to raise my prices, make my process even better, and start dreaming a whole lot bigger. This 4-step blueprint is the exact model I used, and there is absolutely no reason you can't do it too. Honestly, I could make a whole video on each one of these steps, from mastering AI prompts to writing the perfect cold email that gets a response. So, if you want to see that, make sure you subscribe and ring that notification bell. And I really want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let me know which of the 4 steps you want me to do a deep dive on next. Your feedback literally tells me what to create for you. The world is changing at lightning speed, and AI is the single biggest opportunity for new entrepreneurs right now. It has smashed the barrier to entry for starting a real, profitable online business. You don't need to be a tech wizard. You don't need a pile of money. You just need to be willing to learn how to use these amazing tools to solve problems for people. I'm not here to sell you a fantasy. I'm here to show you a blueprint that works. It takes effort. It takes action. But if you're stuck in a job you hate, feeling like you missed the boat on making money online, I am telling you, a new boat has just arrived. And this one is a rocket ship powered by AI. My journey to that first $1,000 was the hardest part, but it proved it was possible. The only thing standing in your way is starting.